Hi Panna, my name is Marinette and I'm going to walk you through this session today. Before we begin, I have some information for you and I'm going to read it to make sure that I cover everything. We're asking people to try using a mobile app that we're working on so we can see whether it works as intended. Session should take about half an hour. The first thing I want to make clear right away is that we're testing the app and not you. You can't do anything wrong here. In fact, this is probably the only place today where you don't have to worry about making mistakes. As you use the app, I ask that you try to think out loud as much as possible. Say what you're looking at, what you're trying to do, and what you're thinking. This will be a big help to us. Also, please don't worry about we're going to hurt our feelings. We're doing this to improve the app, so we need to hear your honest opinion. If you have any questions as we go along, just ask them. I may not be able to answer them right away since we're interested in how people do when they don't have someone sitting next to them to help. But if you still have any questions when we're done, I'll try to answer them then. You may have noticed the video recording. With your permission, we're going to record what happens on the screen and our conversation. The recording will only be used to help us figure out how to improve the app, and it will only be seen by a few select people interested in this project. And it helps me because I don't have to take as many notes. Okay, do you have any questions so far?
No, I'm fine, thanks.
Cool. Okay, before we look at the app, I'd like to ask you just a few quick questions. First, what is your occupation?
I'm a senior software developer.
Okay, how old are you?
23 years old.
Cool. Do you like traveling?
Yes, I do.
Cool. Do you travel a lot?
Yes, I do.
Okay. How many languages can you speak and understand?
2.
Okay. Do you like learning new languages?
No.
Roughly how many hours a day altogether, just an estimate, would you say you spend using various apps on your mobile phone?
About 2 hours a day.
Okay. Great, thank you. I'm going to give you a scenario and ask you to do a few tasks. This is just a prototype, our working mock-up, so not everything is functional. We just want to see how you interact with it. Okay, let's begin. You are traveling to Italy next year on Thursday, 13 May 2021, and would like to learn some Italian to be able to get around easier. You find Travelingo and want to give it a try. Now, firstly, you can go and create an account.
Okay, I immediately see the create a new account button, so I click on it. I enter my name. I enter my surname. And I select English as my first language, which isn't my first language, but it's the closest one to the first language I've got here in the option. I am fluent in English. Okay, I press next. Trip details. Let's set up the first trip. Okay, so my trip name is Italy, plural Italy. My travel date is 13th of May, already selected. Okay, and my flight time has already been pre-selected. First thing I realize here about the minute hours functionality is that it looks like you can't see the difference between hours and minutes on the picker.
Okay.
Okay. I'll then proceed next. Trip details. Where are you going? I select Italy, and language you want to learn is Italian.
Okay. Let's say you estimate you will have about 2 hours to convert to Italian per day.
Okay. So how much time do you have available to learn per day? 2 hours a day. Okay. Account and trip setup. Good luck and have fun learning your new ways. Let's get started. Okay.
Let's start learning. Start and finish one lesson.
Okay. So I can see Italian flag. It says Italy, what my goals are. I've got almost 400 hours left, which is great. A lot of time to study. It gives me weekdays, hours, minutes. Yeah, the weeks are a bit odd. Might have wanted months there. Seems more relevant in such a long one. I see the download button. Okay, so it gives me the learn, search, community, travel mode, and add another trip. Okay. At the bottom, the home button catches my eye. It's already highlighted. Learn is at the bottom, so it's selected. Okay. Okay, so I see learn, search, community, travel mode. So learn is obviously what I want to do. Lesson 1, about 10 to 20 minutes, greetings, such that. So it gives me hello.
Hello.
Which is in English. Understand that. And then in Italian, I've got
Ciao.
ciao, which is informal.
Salve.
Salve, which is formal. Okay, I think I've got that. Ciao, salve. Thank you.
Thank you.
I can hear what the English word is. That makes sense.
Grazie.
Grazie is the Italian word. Makes fairly sense to me. The one thing I find strange here is
Grazie.
listening to the word grazie, maybe the pronunciation would have been nice in terms of the writing of how it gets pronounced, but the audio does help for that. Okay, so then I go finish. Yes, let's learn.
I think that's a bug.
Okay, let's go back to the overview.
You're going to take it. I think there's a bit of a mix up between the screens.
Okay.
Okay, big day has arrived. You finally downloaded the content. Switch to travel mode for traveling functions.
Okay. Then community. Okay, so I've got travel mode. Big black didn't actually immediately catch my eye. The two white ones were a bit more prominent. Yes, let's travel. It tells me I'm in Italy on the 13th, tour of Italy, 1 hour, 15 minutes. Okay, if I click on travel, I get a search for categories, sign translator, 24-hour support, and community tips and advice.
Okay, you find a road sign that you want to translate into English. What do?
I use the sign translator. Okay.
Sorry about that. I think there's a bit of a mix-up. There we go. That should do it. Okay, try that again.
Okay, I click on sign translator. Then I see the sign. I get to take a photo of it. So in this case, I think the photo is already taken for me. English limited traffic area. Okay.
Okay. Let me just quickly check. You want to do a few more lessons while you're traveling. Switch back to learn mode.
Okay. Go to home. Not that. At the bottom, if I click on travel, there's a switch back to learn mode. Yes, let's learn.
You're back in the learn mode. Awesome. Great. Thank you so much for your help. Just a few questions before we finish. What was your overall impression of that?
I think it's quite user friendly. I think the home and learn and travel button being reused at the bottom initially wasn't as intuitive as I would reckon. If you go back to home, the options to go to travel and learn would be there.
Okay.
But I think once you get used to it, it would be more intuitive to do this. I like the fact that you can search for phrases, you can learn while you're on it, and you can switch between two modes to go on. For that, I think switching between modes, taking you immediately back to home is a bit weird. It might have been a bit more intuitive if it just immediately took you to the travel or learn tab to start off, just to make less text. I like the concept of 24-hour support. Sometimes translation apps aren't that great, and it does help to speak to somebody for that. I also would like to see the written community advice, as I know that this does help a lot in terms of when you're in a new place and want to see what other people experience.
Okay. What was the best thing about it?
The best thing I think is the functionality regarding to it. I think the learning lessons are quite simple, and especially the fact that you have audio of both your first language and the language you're trying to learn. It is quite simple, so I think that is a nice way to look at it. The sign translator is definitely a winner. That would be something which I think would be very useful when traveling.
Okay. What was the worst thing about it?
I think the worst thing about it is the non-intuitive buttons using home and travel for me. It just feels like it's a bit odd on my limited use for how many clicks I need to get to something.
Okay, makes sense. How would you change that?
Like I said, I think ideally speaking, while I know you might not want to clutter a homepage necessarily, I think if you had a button to switch between learning and travel from here, that would have been a lot more intuitive in my opinion. The same going for when you try to switch between learning and travel, that it doesn't take you back to home immediately, but rather takes you to the action you're probably intending to use immediately.
Okay.
Yeah. The last thing is, I think that the white and black buttons, it might have made sense that whatever you're intending to select or the primary focus be, maybe be black.
Okay.
That could be my opinion.
Awesome. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.